Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Machar Kodash, double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS that teach us this word, and Shalom unto the hopeful elect upon the four corners of this earth that shall make it up out of here in truth and sincerity. So this lesson that I want to bring out is going to be talking about having hope and faith in a time like never before. That time that's coming upon us, that time of Jacob's trouble. We're going into it right now. Where the prophecies are coming to pass, and soon that time of Jacob's trouble is going to be upon us, but we have to have hope in those times. But it's hard to have hope in times that you've never seen. Here, I'll get this scripture. It says Romans chapter 5, verse 3, and not only so, but we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience, and patience experience, and experience hope. So it says experience creates hope, but we never experienced a time like this. If no nation, if there's never been a time like the time that's about to come upon us, it's never been on this earth before. How are we supposed to hope? How are we supposed to hope that we can make it up out of here? We're still supposed to grab onto that hope, though. How do we have that hope? We have that hope by trusting in the things that are in these scriptures, trusting what the Most High and Yahweh Shai has said. That we stay diligent. If we keep increasing in this truth, if we keep following these scriptures, if we keep being a diligent man of the Lord, that we're gonna make it up out of here. That we won't have anything to fear. That we'll be saved from this trouble. We'll be saved from the fire. If we genuinely believe that, then we'll have hope in those times that we have never seen. As a matter of fact, I'll get Daniel chapter 12, verse 1, just getting the scripture of what I'm talking about. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. So what's that talking about? That's talking about Jacob's trouble. That's talking about these last days that are coming upon us. These last days of famine, of death, of destruction. When this chip comes upon us full force. When we start getting thrown in concentration camps. When us and his troops start getting slaughtered, all those days leading up to that final judgment of these missiles hitting America. That's the time like never before. It says, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. And that book is talking about it's talking about that book of the people who are going to be saved, the elect. But if we really believe that, we won't have anything to fear. We'll have hope even in times that we've never seen, because it says, and at that time thy people shall be delivered. We won't have to fear, even though we've never seen this. We got to trust in these words that the Most High is given to us. And we have to constantly strive and push and be diligent so that we can have hope that we'll be a part of that elect, so that we can have hope that we will be saved. You won't have fear unless you're unprepared. If you're prepared, then you won't have any fear. If you know someone, if let's say you're taking a walk on a peaceful Saturday. You're tripping. I mean, you're not tripping. You're not tripping. Slakia. That's what I meant to say. You're not tripping. You're just minding your business, and then someone comes up to you and they're like, "All right, we're about to fight right now." You're gonna have a slight bit of fear, of fear in your heart, even if you know how to fight, because it's like you're unprepared. It came out of nowhere. There's gonna be a stutter in your step. Because it's going to blindside you. It's going to come out of nowhere. But let's say the day before, on that Friday, someone comes up to you and they say, hey, tomorrow on Saturday, when you're taking a walk, someone's going to come up to you and they're going to want to fight. You're going to prepare. You're going to be ready for that. Therefore, you're not gonna fear because you're gonna be prepared in your heart. You're gonna know what's gonna happen. You're gonna know how you're gonna combat against that. And that's what we have in this truth. We have the prophecy. We know what's gonna happen. That's why we stay occupied in prophecy. We don't know the exact time and day. No one does. Not even the only person who does is the Most High. Not even Yahweh Shai knows that time. We don't know the exact time, but we know what to look out for. We know what prophecies to look out for. We know what to stay on watch of, because we are watchmen. We are prophets. So we know what to look out for. And if we're actually staying prepared in this prophecy, if we're actually staying prepared and we're girding up our loins, constantly growing, then we won't have anything to fear. We'll have that hope, even in a time like never before. Once that time comes upon us, it's creeping up on us right now with these prophecies that are coming to pass. But once that time is fully upon us, we'll still have hope. But the people who aren't in this truth, the people who aren't occupied in prophecy, they're going to be scrambling around, scared. They ain't gonna know what's going on, because they won't have any answer. And then they're gonna come to us looking for an answer, but it's gonna be too late. But in that time, for the people who have the truth, for the people who's been girding up their loins, preparing, growing in this spirit, growing in this truth, we're going to be prepared. We're going to have hope. We're not going to be afraid because we've been waiting on this. This is what we're preparing for right now. Here, let me get Romans chapter 8, verse 24. It says, "For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for?" So if you see something in front of you, and you say, "Oh, I have hope in this," well, that's not hope because it's right there. It's tangible, so you can't have hope in that. But it says, "But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it." So we hope for things that aren't seen. We have faith in things that are intangible, such as, for example, the kingdom. Just throwing out an example, but on the topic of this lesson, we have hope that we'll be safe in the time of Jacob's trouble, as long as we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. If you're trying your 100% best, and you know in your heart that you're putting in all the work that you possibly can, then you're gonna have hope in these last days. You're gonna have hope going into these last days. You're gonna be confident that the Most High is gonna take care of you. That's how we have hope in a time like never before. That's how we have hope without experience. Because a lot of people who are in this flesh, a lot of people who don't have faith, they need to experience something to first have hope in it. They don't want to go skydiving because they've never done it and it's scary. But once they go skydiving, they're like, "Oh, I was fine. That was easy. I can do that again." But you gotta have hope before on that first try that I'm gonna be cool. That's how you have hope in a time like never before. That's how you have hope without experience. You trust in the Lord and what He said. You trust in the prophecies. So with that being said, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Acharik Wadash. And with that, Shalom.